So, hello everybody, and this is Pavel, and this is Ilapod, and another part of my walkthrough of this game, the house in Fata Morgana. This is the sixth part of this journey in this old, gloomy mansion. At least it gloomy in part when we and this mate we are walking through this mansion in this uncertain time. Our main character don't know who he is, and we continue to travel through time, and new part of the story awaits. So let's continue inspecting this story. First part with this unusual love triangle with this white hair girl and these siblings. It was really weird, but interesting. I like this game a lot, definitely. Unfortunately, with my tempo reading and gaming, I guess it took a lot of time to complete it. But when we talk about visual novels, and in my case, it's always a lot of time. Let's continue. Weeping Manor. The mansion sat in ruins in that era, not a soul resided within. The grandeur of the house was lost to the ages. Wait, so... So loud and vicious. The grandeur of the house was lost to the ages. It was in perpetual decline. Not a flower grew in the garden, dust and dirt back in the plaster. Cobwebs blanketed the corridors. Ivy shrouded the outer walls. It was not a pleasant sight. As hard as I tried to fight it, I could not stop the mansion descent into despair. The death of the previous owner, grief, or perhaps despair, was far too much. After the beautiful flaxen-haired family, people stayed away from the mansion. They had no heirs, so their bloodline simply vanished in the depth of history. It had been about 50 years since the house last had a resident. The forlorn property appeared as though it had been abandoned for centuries, and the occasional villager who stumbled upon it did not remain there for more than a day. My time there was rather solitary. It was perhaps the loneliest time of my life. Everyone who visited the mansion... I guess I need to... a little... Yeah. Everyone who visited the mansion feared it, and it was left without anyone to become its master. I even came to believe that my time serving as a maid would come to an end in this era. However, one day I noticed something out of the ordinary. As a servant of the house, I almost immediately aware of any new presence within its walls. And there appeared to be someone downstairs. Can you imagine just how delighted I was? For part of me was anxious about what kind of person I might find. The possibility that it could be you had my heart affluted. have looted. So, resisting the urge to rush, I headed for the basement. The cellar was where red wine, smoked meat, and other preserved foods were kept. But at that point, the wine was practically antique. As I had expected, a man had made his way into the cellar. Is anyone there? Although I am sure if referring to him as a man is entirely accurate. Oh my, this is quite something. What the hell is going on? The very surfing sense was an almost unbearable stench. The odor emanated from the man, heightened by the thought he had carelessly rummaged through. Blood-red liquid spilled from wine barrels soaking the floor. His sunken eyes had a piercing, wolf-like glimmer in them. His teeth were sharp and yellowed, visible as he ripped into a chunk of meat. He grumbled in a seemingly inhuman tone. I was looking at the beast, or perhaps a half-beast. There was another source of odor in the room, though. It had something of a kind of a metallic tinge to it, and when I noticed this, I nearly passed out. The red liquid was not just wine, as I had assumed. The beast had, I presume, stolen a weapon from the village. A sword far too nice for him lay on the floor by his side. I could hardly imagine how many people's lives he had taken with this blade. It was visibly wet with blood even in the darkness of a cellar. But at the same time it had an imposing gleam. The fine, luscious aroma of the wine could not mask the stench of blood and the beast. Holding my breath, I took a few moments to ponder. Ponder what? Oh, master, you know. Tell me, were you summoned here by the mansion? Interesting conversation, definitely. Did you come here knowing what kind of place it is? Thank you for response. If you are in want of money, you are welcome to help yourself to some of the furniture. And I imagine the villagers will be willing to welcome you if you dress yourself up a bit more like a person. Then you can trade the furniture for food and make your way to a larger town. The wolf was able to fool the innocent little girl simply by putting on clothing, after all. Oh, reference into Red Hood. Oh dear, I was afraid you wouldn't understand me. What am I to do? I was in quite the predicament. Nevertheless, it meant a great deal to me that I had found someone who did not fear the mansion, be they human or beast. Maybe this is interpretation of the Beauty and the Beast. Who knows? So I decided I should give him my assistance while doing my best not to agitate him. Say, could you perchance be my new master? Yeah, definitely. Definitely suitable for vacation of the master. Some strange creature. The mansion sat near the ocean. Oh, yeah? To say it was perched upon a cliff might make it sound rather intimidating. But he could see the beautifully clear sea through the windows, a glittering expanse of emerald and turquoise. Turquoise? If the mansion had been in proper condition, it would have been breathtaking against that backdrop. I even wanted to plant orange trees in the garden, though it was a tumultuous, tumultuous era. The sun still shone bright upon the land, which only served to emphasize the house's unsightliness. Oh yes, perhaps I should give you some more background information. At that period in time, war had just drawn to a close. The once gorgeous wetlands were invested with crows picking at decaying remains. Bodies of soldiers fallen in battle continually washed up on the shores of coastal villages. The people wanted nothing more than for the certain to draw on the deeply political contest. And when it finally did, the kingdom with its rich fertile shores was stripped of its independence, beginning a new era under new rule. The people were exhausted, their spirits wasted away, and the splendor of the ocean and sky did nothing to help. In my mind, the beast was emblematic of the times, emaciated and enveloped in the scent of blood. But the war came to the end. Thus the beast did not have to remain a beast, although, did he? And so I endeavored to make the beast more human-like. First, I needed to do something about his appearance. I will draw a bath, scrub away all the filth, and dress him in clothing left in the mansion. However, having sat unused for 50 years, the majority of garments had been devoured by insects and were of little use. So I searched the mansion top to bottom for anything the beast could wear, heating up some coals, and set to work ironing what I found. At the time, steam irons had not yet been invented. We used plates of iron heated with coals. They somewhat resembled kettles. I imagine that. I even prepared meals for the beast in order to teach him proper table manners. Although with the mansion in a nearly uninhabitable state of disarray, there was only so much I could do in the kitchen, and the only supplies I had to work with were what there was left in the cellar. As such, I was not able to put to use the cooking skills I had learned in the flaxen-haired family time. Now, you mustn't eat with your hands. Do you want to get your fingers and face dirty? What a great conversational partner. You eat using a knife and fork. See, like this. I feel like I'm teaching a young child. Oh my, what are you holding your head for? Oh dear. Perhaps I shouldn't be teaching you to speak before table manners. Yeah, it can be good idea because without communication it will be useful, useless, or maybe pointless. Worry not, we have plenty of time. You needn't act so frightened. I understand. Or perhaps you do not want to be understood at all. Would you be so kind and to tell me your name? You are for now still a guest. It's too soon for me to call you master. Or am I mistaken? Your name, that is what people call you? Now about I start by telling you my name. I am called, B-E. Bestia. Okay. Okay. It's better. Bestia. Your name is Bestia? I see. Then that is what I shall call you, Bestia. My, you seem to be rather perplexed as to how I was still alive. He had in fact attempted to cause me harm, however, I am a servant of the house, and the beast called himself Bestia. It's a curious thing, when I learn this name, he seems to take on new importance in my mind. He was not a mere beast, but the thing called Bestia. Master, should I ever have the chance to hear your name, I am certain you too shall become more substantial a presence. Substantial a presence. But you must always remember, Master, that even if you do not remember your name, and even if you never know mine, you have always held a special place in my heart. And thus began my tranquil days with Bestia. Slowly he began to learn the human tongue, and I was, to be quite honest, rather thrilled. To be certain, I was afraid of the beast, but my fear was not so strong as my elation that there was someone else in the mansion, someone to whom I could speak, and someone that might become my master. Oh. Your only desire is find a master. It's kind of a sad. Because what is this? What kind of being it is? Okay. Come now, you must pull weeds out of the roots, or they will soon grow back. This is a task that requires perseverance. You do it like this, see? There you go. Gross. Oh, did you not expect that? What appears to be many plants on the surface is actually all connected to within the soil. This is a task that required a man's strength. If there were other servants, they could do it. So I apologize for making you tend to the garden in future, master. Or perhaps, now that you are all dressed up, do you wish to leave the mansion and find someone to fool, as the wolf did the sweet little girl? Have you no interest in remaining in such a disheveled house? Go on. Not want leave. Oh my, is that so? If you wish to stay, then I shall not stop you. On the contrary, I will gladly attend to you. I am waiting for the person who is to become my master, forever waiting. I should be able to watch over you until the day you depart this world on and wrinkled. Do you not believe me? Are you interested in becoming the master of this house? Will be. I have to wonder if you know what you are saying. Although it matters little whether you do or not. Oh my, look at that. Now this brings back memories. This is called a rose. Do you know what a rose is? It's a type of flower. Not know. Do not know. I see. Then allow me to teach you. What you have here is not a real rose. The real roses wilted and are sleeping in the soil. This is called an accessory. It's uh, it's something women wear. The beast held an ornamental white rose in his hands, an object someone sometime meant to give to someone else. Curiously, the white rose was just as stunning as it had been the day it was made, despite being buried in the earth for so many years. I hear roses make wonderful gifts. He stared intently at the decorative rose. I had presumed the beast would either discard it disinterestedly or destroy it. But much to my surprise, Bestia held it gently in his hands as though it were something precious to him. Are you perchance considering give it to me? So you are not very well. Is there someone else you would like to give it to? In that moment, a thought floated through my mind. The thing I had found in the pool of blood in the cellar was a monstrous creature indeed, but perhaps that was not at his core what he truly was. So I asked him a question. What is it that you desire, Bestia? This mansion fulfills people's desires. You want the desire from the previous owner? Probably not that happened in the past. This man, if you yearns for something, want, leave peace. Look at the filthy thing. A beast. It's a beast. It's a eating goddamn sand. You really that hungry? Beast, you fool creature. Stay the hell back. Get any closer. Filthy beast. And I'll kill you. Several days passed by. As Bestia began to act more like a person, the mansion followed suit, slowly becoming more habitable, though not yet back to its former glory. Not flowers grew in the garden, but neither were there weeds infesting it. The dusty corridors, shattered windows, rust-covered kitchen gradually returned to their proper states. Bestia learned how to change his own clothes and how to draw a bath. No longer did I have to wait on him hand and foot. He could take care of a number of things all by himself. What he lacked for food he acquired from the forest. Never did he go to purchase supplies from the village, rather he captured hares and gathered herbs hidden in the overgrowth. There were days without incident, and though such a life may be one for excitement, peace is something that you mustn't take for granted. Those who have it cast it aside find in the leisurely flow of time dull. Only those who have never experienced it truly know how precious it is. Bestie appeared to be content. He wore an expression of solitary serenity. Is someone there? And there one day a crack formed in the uneventful tranquility. Is someone there? Could you part with some food? I don't need much. Some food and water. Just a little, that's all I need. Veste looked over at me as if seeking my aid. Ironic, no, it was the visitor who was truly in need of aid. They pondered it for a few moments, deciding that I could not simply turn away someone calling upon the mansion. Had Bestia ordered me to not let him in, I would have followed his instruction, but he said nothing. Another beggar. Not beggar, merchant. Oh, thank God, someone's here. I was afraid it was deserted. You said you were in neither sustenance. Yes, it doesn't have to be much. Anything to quench this thirst. I got lost and it's been several days. Give me a few minutes, I will find. Let him in. A firm, deep voice came from behind me. I was quite startled. Then had the beast learned to act so much like a human? When had he learned to speak so clearly and to behave so much like a master? Upon seeing Bestia, a look of terror appeared to cross the wanderer's face for a moment. To my eyes, Bestia was the weary image of a head of house, but to an outsider, he probably appeared to be nothing more than a beast in man's clothing. Prepare him a meal and a bed. Oh, yeah, he probably can stay in this not really scary place with a beast as a master. I suspect he is quite tired. Thank you very much. But in time, the fear drained from the man's face. Bestia sat precariously on the border between man and the beast. Though he still had his doubt, the wanderer revisit his first impression, deciding Bestia was human. As the wolf had fooled the little girl in the forest, he too had succeeded in playing the role of a man. I thought I was a goner for a while there, but you really came to the rescue. And a meal like this on top of that? You really didn't have to. Though I guess that's not an appropriate thing to say as I'm eating, haha. What kind of meat is this? Hare. It's damn tender for rabbit. And here I thought it was beef. You have quite the skilled chef. Is she the one who cooked this? Is she your wife? Or no, I am merely a servant. A female servant, huh? Don't see that very often. This mansion just full of surprises, I can hardly believe it. Lost for days, and soon I think I'm dead, there it is. Thinking back on its now, it's miracles. Miracles. But why are you two living alone in a house on a cliff? Oh, I beg your pardon, asking for so many questions without telling you about myself. My apologies, just a little too excited to finally see other people. I'm a merchant, I do international trade. And how is your international trade in this strange area? Until a few years back, spice exports pretty much all came from one place, but now that we established trade routes of our own, my country fighting tooth and nail to push its exports. In fact, some have lost a few teeth in the fights already, but that's just how it works. It's a cutthroat world. You do what you must to survive. That's just how it works, the merchant said, a sorrowful look on his face. He was quite clearly putting on a show, though. Confidence in himself and his homeland radiated from that man. I came to this land to do business, but much to my chagrin, and somehow ended up lost in the forest. Had I wandered around for much longer, I'd have lost the chance to ever see my beloved again. You beloved? Yes, sir. I am constantly out on my business, so we only get to see each other a few times a year. But she always waits for my return. I'd like to introduce you to her if you ever get the chance. She's a pretty girl, if not especially striking. Is that so? The merchant was a man of many words, and I for one do not mind the lively supper table. Though I know not how Bestia felt at the very least, I was glad he had invited the wanderer into the mansion. He was, after all, holding a proper conversation with someone, and he seemed to be having success concealing his piercing, beast-like gaze. However, oh right, I stopped by the village before entering the forest, and I heard the bone-chilling tale there. As soon as the merchant brought out the subject, a palpable tension spread through the room. They say there have been sighting for a beast. It's a creature unlike anything anyone seen before. Not a wolf or a bear or something like that. It even attacked the village once, killing several people. Thankfully, the man managed to drive it out. But the creature is still alive. There's nothing in this world scarier than a vicious beast. Such a confidence. So you should keep an eye out. Wouldn't want to accidentally let the murderous beast into your home. At the villager's insistence, I had this smithy forge me a knife. Is that knife? Huh? With you now? Yeah, I've got it on me. Only good to defend myself with, but it's better than that knife. You brought that knife. You're here to kill me with that knife. What? You are going to stab me again and again with that knife like they did last time. That's why you are here, isn't it? What? What are you talking about? What's gotten into you? Stab and stab and stab. Calm down. What are you so worried about? I'm not going to hurt you with this. What did you just say? Heck. I like to imagine that before the wolf ate the poor little girl, he said. Is this what I always look like? That beast. What's your problem? What's wrong? Talk like a human? Stop! Stay back! Get any closer or I'll stab you to death. You act like you only just realize I'm a beast. That's right, I'm a beast. I'll kill them. Stay back. And I'll do the same to you. Help! And in his hand, Bestia held his sword. Perhaps it had been hidden under the table or maybe behind his chair. Regardless, it was as though he had expected this to happen. The merchant kicked aside a chair, attempting to flee, but Bestia closed the distance in an instant, knocking him back. He lost his balance and slapped against the wall, but still he made to escape, though the beast stood blocking his path. No, please stop this! Don't kill me, my beloved is waiting for me back home. I cannot leave her behind. And why should I care? A dreadful scream echoes through the dining room. I reflexively covered my ears. Please help us, someone, anyone! No one going to comfort you, this mansion long way from town. Help! This woman, where did she... Why isn't she here? She was just... You'll kill me if I don't kill you, and so I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you, or you won't understand. You just won't understand. If you don't show your first hand, you won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make you flesh and bones understand. I kill you. I'll kill you. Kill you. Monster. That's right, I am a beast. Really bloody scene. Yeah, I can't. It's too much. Hee hee ha 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 ha. Laughing continues. And still. They had been enjoying a peaceful meal around the table together just minutes earlier. So what had triggered this? If I were to guess, the merchant saying the word knife, it was causing the beast to snap. A simple small thing set him off. I could not comprehend it. Bestia, who had said he wished for peace, was staring down at the ravaged corpse of the merchant, with a look of ecstasy on his face. Master, can you understand how he felt? Even just a little. Did he not yearn for peace but for slaughter? Huh? What's that? Huh? Who are you? Pauline? Alright, that does it for today's shopping. And now the moment we'll all be waiting for snack time. There's nothing better than having a ham sandwich in the park. Oh dear, maybe I should lower my voice when I'm talking to myself. But it's so nice out, I just can't help myself. Does the weather have anything to do with talking to oneself? Not important. Food. If he were here, it would taste even better. Oh, she's probably loved one from this merchant. Or maybe not. Let's see. I wonder will I get to see him next. Pauline. There you are. Oh dear, what's got you so frazzled, Mom? Oh, Pauline. Huh? What is it? Did something happen? What's the matter, Mom? Mom? Pauline. This isn't like you, Mom. It's not like you at all. Tell me what happened. I told you to stay away from men who trade. Huh? Oh, Pauline, my dear daughter. Why must God be so cruel to such a sweet girl? You're haunting me, Mom. Don't squeeze so tight. What's gotten into you? Listen carefully, Pauline. You must be calm and hear me out, understood? Your lover, the beloved man you wait for, is dead. It's really sad for her. The beast humanity began slipping away from him after that encounter. He had returned to the thing I had found in the cellar. Actually, he'd prowled the mansion's hall looking more barbaric than ever. Despite all the effort he had put into learning to act like a human, he now ripped the velvet curtains off the wall, howling shrilly, stomping back and forth through the hallways and ravaging the garden. I watched him intently, though from a distance. Bestia was not merely a beast, but an out-of-control, bloodthirsty beast. Just a few days ago, he had been tending the garden together, but that was no longer possible. I was quite disappointed. Eventually, Bestia discovered my hiding place. I had no felt regret in a very long time, but I felt deep regret in that moment. More! Don't have enough, not enough. I need more. I must satisfy these urges. Are you saying peace was not enough to set you? Did I mishear you when you asked for peace? I was mistaken. Asking for peace won't solve anything. Blood, despair, I have filled with terror. Theirs are the thing I need. And I have always known it. I said this mansion fulfill people's desires, you said. Then. Give me prey. No more hairs. Live life human. Why did I ever teach him to speak human language? Before long, the mansion granted him a wish. Once a week, a villager or traveling merchant from somewhere would wander into the forest, ending up at the mansion on the cliff. Though something felt suspicious about the man who greeted them at the door. On the surface, he looked like a proper nobleman. So they all eventually choose to trust Bestia. The mansion had an air of loneliness about it, but it was adequate to provide rest for their weary feet. There was food and a bath, and the most comforting of all, there were other people. The lord of the house treated the lost souls like esteemed guests. He poured them wine and had me cook for them. No one suspected in the slightest that he was a beast. He put a reasonably convincing act. Convicting. Because yes, I had taught him how to behave like a master. So the visitors all went to bed contented. But as I'm sure you can imagine, master, they will never see the light of the day again. And how he get rid of all these bodies in this mansion? But it's probably a huge mansion. The penetratingly bright sunlight particular to this area. A beast, it's a beast! You disgusting creature! You're a hideous monster! Kill him! Is that how you humans want to do things? That I play your little game? I'll play it ever better than you. I'll kill you! I'll slaughter you! No, please don't! The seas cry for me, beg for your life. Pray for my mercy. Weep and struggle and suffer and die. No one understands, no one can possibly understand my desire. What did I ever do? What is just because I'm a beast? And when did I become a beast? Why do beasts have to die? Beasts are savage and so they must die. I'm a beast, therefore I'm a savage. In which case, I'll kill them. I'll show them what makes a beast so terrifying. And go. Moonlight crept through the torn velvet curtains, shining down upon the blood-soaked beast. It was a sight that would incite terror in anyone. Look at this, no one can stand up to me. Humans have no chance against beasts. He became monster. He was a beast and became a monster. More, I need more. Give me more prey. The mansion continued to say to the beast, demanding, craving, sending not one but multiply villagers into his claws. But the villagers can understand that. Oh, many of our citizens of our city disappeared. Maybe we need to figure it out what happened. Or maybe that's okay. Once more, once less, it's not important. Into these blood-stained walls which echoes his monstrous howls. Stop, please, I'm begging you, spare me, oh god! Sorry, I'm not familiar with your god. Beasts have no need of gods. I have a wife and son back at the village. Please let me return to them. Why don't you bring them back to me? I'll send them to the same place you're going. No mercy in this creature. I'm with child. Please let me go. Are you now? In that case, I'll kill the baby first. Oh. Horrible. You damn monster! That's right, I'm a monster. And by killing, no one can defy me. I have to show the world that the beasts are the most frightening thing on this earth. The beast began to change his style, making sick cats out of his kills. Some days he would tie his guests up to the cellar, playing with them for hours until they finally died. Some days he will drain them of their blood and bathe in it. Oh, that sounds horrible. Someday he would spread them out on the table and feast upon them. Every week another atrocious party. He did everything imaginable. It's a hell mansion right now. It was a rose mansion, but right now it's a hell mansion. Monster mansion. As a faithful servant of this house, I'm confident I could do anything I am asked. Through you can surely imagine my surprise and having to use the cooking skills I learned while serving the flax and hair family to do that. I can only wonder if it actually tasted any good. Beast's peculiar sword has always with him for his twisted banquets of fell gratification. However much blood stained it, and it never lost its sheen. It was as through the sword drank the flesh of humans. Master, can you imagine just how wretched I felt? The mansion, once a beautiful sight to behold, reeked of death and acrimony. The strength of rotten flesh seems up from the cellar. The stench of rotten flesh seeped up from the cellar. Even the years it spent forsaken in a ruin were preferable to death. Preferable. Or perhaps I only had myself to blame. It was I who had invited the beast into the mansion. More, not enough. This isn't enough to satisfy me. But Bestia still sought to hold more of his perverse parties. Lost villagers were no longer enough to quell his urges. He was indeed a genuine beast. In time, this is what he began to wish for. Can you get me any better prey? Something truly exquisite. The perfect prey to quench this maddening thirst of mine. Maddening thirst of mine. Do you know what he meant when he asked for the perfect prey, master? Perhaps a hero, someone courageous enough to stand up to him with whom he could enjoy a battle to the death. Perhaps a dazzling young nymph to satisfy his other primal urges. Or perhaps what he wanted was no human at all, but a demon or a phantom. I will soon find out if the mansion attempted to grant his wish, bringing yet another guest to the house on the cliff. Another creepy child laugh. And I guess that's okay for today. I'm pretty tired this week, so return in the Friday. Or maybe you watching it as a record VOD later. Thanks for watching anyway. See ya later. Bye bye.